If you will, to the book of Romans. And I'm going to be reading this to you from the Message Bible. From the Message Bible, and I'll read it to you from the King James as well. But I won't read it to you from the Message Bible because of the way that it will help bring clarity to our message. It says this. It says, don't burn out. Keep yourselves fueled and aflame. Be alert servants of the Master, cheerfully expectant. Don't quit in hard times. Pray all the harder. It says this in the King James. It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Go with me to James, if you will. And this is part 2 of this message that we started on last week. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Continuing with our subject from last week, and it is, if you feel like giving up, don't. Why don't you just help me preach and just tell your neighbor, if you feel like giving up, now shout at them, don't. Amen. Amen. It is not uncommon, even amongst those that are servants of God, those that are Christians, those that have had those hot testimonies, danced and shouted, those that led the prayer meetings, those that would be the ones that are at church when you arrive and they're at church when you leave. It is not uncommon to see even that individual being pressured by the enemy and having life hit them with things or stuff that causes them to sometimes shake in the very place that you would think they were unshakable in. You'll find that they will be, because of the blows of the enemy and the way that he assaults their life, even they can have a mind at some time or another to just give it all up. I know that you probably won't want to admit to it, but I'll admit to it because I've been there. So I can tell you that I know what I'm talking about because I have traveled that road. I don't care much about taking directions from somebody that's never been to where I need to go or never done what I need to do. But I can tell you that it's better to stay with God than it is to throw in the towel. Paul here says, don't burn out. He says, keep yourselves fueled and aflame. Burnout, and that's a common phrase that we hear for many people that work in high-stress jobs, people that are usually white-collar workers. They are the ones that usually go through the burnout. Isn't that interesting? Usually the ones that's got everything that they think they wanted. They're working in their career. They're working in the area where they wanted to work. But you don't ever hear the man that's out there digging the ditch talking about I'm burnt out. He just say I'm tired and need to get some rest. But see, when you are assaulted in your mind, the enemy will lurk around you and watch you. He'll watch your attitude. He'll watch your disposition because he's not trying to get you to quit your job. He's trying to get you to quit God. You don't hear what I'm saying. There are some people people that enter into a place of quitting, or they enter into a place of wanting to give God their letter of resignation long before we are able to discern it on the outside. They'll still come to church and shout. They'll still come to church and sit in the same seat. But baby, it's something about when you can discern that when you are able, and I'm not talking about somebody from the outside, you need to be able to have a discernment of yourself and take inventory of yourself and say, I'm not where I used to be. I'm burning out. Burning out, God, I need a refreshing. It's easy to look down your row and talk about somebody else, but when you look on, tell your neighbor, don't look down the road today. I need you to look in the seat you're in, because this message is for you. It's for you today. God does not want you to quit. Here he says, keep yourselves fueled and aflame. How am I supposed to keep myself fueled? If we're talking about my car, that's easy, because I can go to the service station. I've got a gauge in my car that I can keep watch on, and it'll tell me when I need to refuel. But even, see, here's the thing that you got to come to the place of. See, I have not always had the best of cars. I've had to have some cars where everything didn't work on them. And sometimes you just had to know how much gas was in your car. You knew that I've been this far. It's time for me to fuel again. Because the gas meter always stays empty. It never moves off of empty. Some of them get locked on full. It'll lie to you. But baby, you got to know what is in the tank. You say, well, I'm just going to go by and put something in to make sure that I don't run out. That's the way you got to get with God. You got to sometimes, even when you don't register empty, even when you don't feel empty, say that I discern that the enemy is going to try to do something crazy. So I better fuel up. I better put something else down on the inside of me, because I never know when I'm going to have to go on a long journey. Anybody ever had to get in your car at midnight? Baby, there's no time for pulling over at midnight. At midnight, you got to be able to go on the road. At midnight. See, that's when the devil will try to get you to give it up. That's when he'll try to get you to throw in the towel. I saw, and I told you on last week, where Paul was talking about us, talking about the church, talking about us being vessels, earthen vessels, being dirt vessels. That's what he's saying. We are dirt vessels. Earthen is nothing but dirt. And see, it's strange for the way that I thought about this text is that why would God put treasure in dirt? See, y'all don't hear me. We look for as much iron as we can find. We look for as much steel. We want to put it behind a combination. We want to have security in front of it. But baby, don't think because God put it in dirt that he didn't give you security. He said, because I'll let the angels encamp round about them that fear me. Why does he put security around you? It's because he knows that the enemy is going to launch an attack against you. He knows that he's put something precious in you that the enemy desires to steal. He wants to steal your testimony. See, to somebody, somebody said that's an old testimony to me. I've heard them testify that before. But maybe to somebody, your testimony is golden. It's just what they need to hear. It's just like platinum. It's like the best diamond in the world. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. To that person that don't want to hear it, baby, God ain't talking to them. But to the one that needs to hear it, it's a golden voice. It's the voice of salvation. And that's what the devil wants to steal. Because if he can get you to quit, if he can get you to quit, if he can get you to throw in the towel, he knows that there is somebody else that's in the chain that's never going to hook up to God. So what you got to do is you got to not give up. I know sometimes it get hard and you just want to quit. But I came to let you know today, don't do it. Don't do it. Somebody used to saints used to say, hold on just a little while longer. I think about that even today. Why did they say hold on just a little while longer when it seems as if there was no end to the test I'm in? A little while is not going to help me because I've got a long while to be in the mess I'm in. But I found out something, that if I hold on for just a little while, that what the saints were saying, that if you keep on holding, God's going to come and see about you. You don't have to worry about your strength because God is going to give you his strength. Somebody ought to say yeah. Here is where Paul said, he said that he put this treasure in earthen vessels. He said that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us. He said that it's a reason that God puts the treasure in there so that when the devil comes, he comes around like a thief and a robber, and he tries to steal the gold and steal the treasure. He said it won't be your glory, but it's going to be God's glory. He put it in you because everybody know that you couldn't fight off that depression that was trying to take you over. See, everybody know that you couldn't heal the cancer that was trying to take your body. But what he's saying is that God allowed the enemy, he allowed that low down dirty thief to come around your house, to shake up your dirt, to shake up your earthen vessel. He said, but that the excellency of the power of God, God is saying, I'm going to get glory out of everything the devil tried to do. I'm going to get glory every time he hits you. I'm going to get glory every time they see the deeds and deeds that are on your life. They're going to bring me glory. Somebody ought to say yes, Lord. Hallelujah, God. Look at what he said here. Paul said, we are in trouble on every side. He said, but yet not distressed. What do you mean, Paul? How is it that I'm in trouble and I'm a Christian? How is it that I'm in trouble when I thought that if I got saved, that all of my problems would go away? Maybe all your sins went away, not all your problems. See, we tend to think, and when we think that way, we'll misjudge God. And the devil will use your thoughts to bring accusation against the good God that you serve. He'll tell you God can't be good if you're still having bad times. But right in the middle of your bad times, you got to go ahead and just sit right there and say, I believe that I'm going to wait till my change come. Though a tree be cut down, God let trouble come. God let it cut me down. But I'm sniffing for the sin water. And after sin water, tell somebody I'm coming back. Paul said we are troubled on every side. See, that's when you're surrounded by troubled people. That's when the enemy is coming from the east, the west, the north, and the south. That's when the mailman put on the mailbox because he's getting put all the bills in it to be continued, stuck on the door on the outside. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Some of y'all got that on your mailbox. You know that ain't all that the enemy's going to try to throw at you. But see, here is the thing. See, God sometimes will let the enemy do his best. And when he lets the enemy do his best, he'll let him do some more. Anybody ever felt like you've been ran over twice? You felt like the devil has just been running roughshod in your life. But in God, well, I did not tell you he could zero-turn things, but in God, you won't even feel him hit brakes. It'll just turn around. He won't have to hit the brakes. You can keep on moving just as fast as you were moving, and God will turn it around. Look at somebody and tell them, baby, don't quit. Get ready for the turnaround. He said, listen, to be distressed means to be anxious, needy, and upset. We let our problems upset us. We let our problems cause us to become anxious. You hear me? Let me break that down. Because when you get anxious, you are just simply looking for an exit. All exits are not good exits. You said, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Pastor? Some exits in some buildings it may have an exit over the door, like we got over the doors. But suppose that exit is on the 3rd floor and there is no fire escape outside the door. But here is what God says. He said, with the same temptation, he said, I'll give you an exit. He said, I will. He didn't say you will. He said, I will provide you a way of escape. That's why Paul said, don't get anxious. This is Paul writing. And Paul is one that had come to know the intimate things about God, because he used to be on the other side. See, folks that's been on the other side, and I used to be a other sider. Anybody in here used to be a other sider? I knew how things worked on the other side. I knew how things went down on the other side. But baby, I found out it's better over here. Sometimes the grass is greener on the other side, but I ain't looking for no grass. Y'all ain't gonna let me preach. What I'm looking for is more of God. I'm trying to find God. Sometimes God won't be in the gold. Sometimes he won't be in the silver. Sometimes he'll ruffle the trees. Y'all ain't gonna let me preach. Look at somebody and tell them, just hold out. Paul said that we are perplexed, but we are not in despair. When we are perplexed, what Paul is saying that there are times, and that there will be times, that when I can't seemingly make sense out of what I'm going through. Sometimes I am confused because I've been hit with a blow, and I haven't been hit with this kind of blow before. If anybody had cancer, they've been able to believe for the common cold, but the same God that healed the common cold is the same God that can heal cancer. But see, I've never been there before. My mind is a little bit shaky now. I can't seemingly focus on what I need to focus on. But I like the way Paul fixed it. He said that I might be perplexed, but I'm not forsaken. Sometimes when you can't recall your favorite scripture, you don't need to worry, because there's only one word that you need to remember. I can recall what the 23rd Psalm says, because right now my mind, I can't recall nothing else in the scripture. I don't even know where to find by his stripes that I am healed. But it's one name that I'll never forget, that when I call that name, I can say Jesus. It makes no difference if I can ground a scripture or not. If I just say Jesus, that's all the words, because he is the whole book. Listen, he said that we are not forsaken. He said we're not in despair. What despair means is to be defeated, discouraged, disillusioned, and to be hopeless. When you get to that state, it's very important that you are firmly rooted in God. Because when you get to the point of being disillusioned, and this is where so many church people end up, in disillusionment, that they ain't everything that I thought they was going to be. They didn't treat me like I thought they was going to treat me. They didn't act like I thought they was going to act. They didn't do what I thought they was going to do. Disillusionment sets in. And here's where the enemy begins to put ingredients in the pot that you already got cooking. He'll begin to put a little hate in there. He'll begin to put a little dissension in there. He'll throw a little envy and strife over in just for the seasoning. And then what you do once the enemy finish seasoning your disillusionment, then you feel justified. Feel justified in the way you feel. Well, they kid me. I'm gonna do it. And you feel justified. But what happens is, it's really not about you and them. It's about you and it's about you and he said, cast your cares on me, cast your cares on me. I got this, Jesus. I got this. And that's what happens. When we get to that place of being disillusioned, then we begin to falsely judge because we are looking at people through contaminated eyes and out of a contaminated spirit. That's why nothing seemingly is the way it ought to be. Maybe it ain't everybody else. You've allowed the enemy to season you. He said, you're not in despair. And you begin to feel defeated and discouraged. Nothing like doing all you can do for somebody and have them do all they can do against you. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? You do all you can do for somebody and they do all they can do. I mean all in capital letters they can do against you. That'll mess your mind up. See, so many times we water people with our love and our affection out of season. This is heavy. What I mean by out of season is that you are giving them the kind of love and affection that you want them to give you in return. Is that right? Anybody love what you want to be loved by? Amen. If you cook your husband a good meal, Sister Ingram, don't you want him to get you a wonderful present sometimes to show you that affection back? Say amen. But if it's out of season, a couple of ways it can be out of season. He may not be in the financial condition. Say amen, Deacon Baskin. Trying to help you. He told me to preach about money. May not be in the position to shower her with the kind of love that she want to see coming in return, because that tree don't have the fruit on it yet in the season. Now, if she abandoned that tree too soon, when it comes into its season, she won't be there to partake of the fruit. There's another way that you can become disillusioned with folks out of season and you pour your love on them too soon. They just ain't ready to bear fruit, period. Everybody got one? We got that relative that you show love to, and then you call them up and say, I want you to do this for me. And you know it won't cost them nothing but a little time, and they got all your money in their pocket. And then when they don't show you the love back that you've been showing them, maybe they can't because they are not planted in the right soil yet. in order to be able to be fruitful in your life. Then you get disillusioned. And you know what we begin to do then? I ain't doing this for nobody, nobody else, nobody. Nobody. Everybody. Mistreat me, everybody. No, you just been misplacing your love and your affections. See, you got to listen to Jesus. Jesus was, what I like about Jesus, he was honest before. Lady was a Gentile. Gentile was known as dogs. He said, I got one right here in front of me. It ain't me. For me to be showing you the kind of love and affection that you want. Because I ain't supposed to give the children's love and affection to no dog. That's what he was saying, wasn't he? What he said. But see, what this lady let Jesus know, I know I'm a dog. But listen to me, Jesus. I need you to hear me today now. I've been hanging around the good dirt. Because I ain't just no any dog. I ain't no heathen dog. But I'm one of the children's. How you like it now? That's why when you find some folk that are not all the way in the church, but you'll see who they associate and affiliate with. You can tell that they're looking for something. They want something from God. See, you can give that person some of your love. You can give that person some of the children's bread. You know why? Because it's going to produce in their life. I guarantee you that when Jesus healed that woman's daughter, she was not one of the ones saying, crucify. He got something in return from her. Oh, he got something in return from her. See, you can misplace your affection. That's why he said, don't cast your... Y'all thought I didn't put it in the book, didn't you? He said, the pastor just making stuff up. He said, don't cast your pearls before... That's a treasure. That's a treasure. That's something of value. That's something that's in you. Don't give it to the swine. Some folks ain't know. And see, when a Jew talk about a soul, baby, that's as low as you could go. Y'all, I ain't trying to mess with nobody folks out there. I'm sorry. Listen, let me just teach this out. He said that despair brings you into that place of hopelessness. That's when a person, if they become disillusioned, and if they become hopeless simultaneously, that person needs a lifeguard. That's a person that is like being out in the ocean. Maybe they were a swimmer, but now their body is all cramped up. They are unable to move. They're unable to save themselves. They need a lifeguard. They need somebody to come to their rescue. And we as saints are supposed to be lifeguards. Y'all hear me? But I'm going to tell you what we are. We life watchers. What's wrong with her? For the last 2 Sundays, she been coming in here looking like she been eating persimmons. Have you gone up to the brother or the sister and asked them, brother, sister, can I pray with you? I discern there's something that's going on with you. You're not that same cheerful person that I've always known you to be. I'm not trying to get in your business, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you so that we can fight the enemy together. You're not in this by yourself. Do you not know that the strongest of us, there are times when we could be the weakest amongst the flock, and y'all don't hear me? Because we are an earthen vessel. We are an earthen vessel. The mere fact that we are classified as an earthen vessel means that if we are left in the wrong climate, it can have an effect on us. If you leave an earthen vessel out in the weather too long, it can deteriorate it. Do you hear me? I don't care if you're an iron, baby, water will rust you. why you got to be careful with them little sweet nothings and droppings and little things that the enemy say to you. It's just like a water drop. It was just so, it smelled like a rose. All roses come with thorns. And if you get rid of the pebbles at the top of that rose, you ain't got nothing but a stick with someone to hurt you. And water will rough iron. You know, we think we big and strong men. Oh, I can handle it. Drip, drip, drip. Next thing you know, you got a rusty spot. And if you don't get that rusty spot taken care of, next thing you know, it'll break you in two. And when you get broken, you'll quit. You'll give up. Why? Because you were too strong to break, so it had to be somebody else's fault that you broke. So now you don't trust the church. Tell me, I'm church hurt. No, you self-hurt. Because you did not refuel. You did not set yourself aflame again. That's your fault. Well, I ain't going to church. I just need to stay at home again. Why everybody need to rest on Sunday? I'm just tired. I just ain't going today. I just ain't. Do that on Wednesday. Tell your boss, I'm just tired. I just ain't going. I decided I'm going to just take every Wednesday off. Mr. Pay me my paycheck, man. I don't see no sense in being here every Wednesday. Let me know how that worked out. So glad God don't fire us.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father.
So glad His mercy and grace is renewed every morning. So glad it's new. Because if I went on yesterday's record, I am jacked.
Thank you, Father.
Amen.
Thank you.
Maybe y'all was all right all day yesterday, but I know somewhere in my yesterday, somewhere, if it wasn't nothing but a thought when I failed. I'm almost done. Listen to this. He says this. I need you to hear this. Persecuted for not sake, cast down, but not destroyed. Anybody ever felt knocked down? You ever felt looked over? Most people, that when you say looked over, they relate that to their job. Well, you just knew that your seniority was going to have you in line for the promotion. Because you trained the person that's behind you, and then them jokers messed right around and put the person that you trained in front of you. Baby, that'll shake you. See, you've been cast down. But listen to what the Bible say now. You are not destroyed. See, when God tells you that you are not destroyed, you got to read what's not there. It's something better. God will never allow you to get knocked down and not take you to a higher place. You hear me? Back when the economy failed, listen to me. There were some people that had been looked over for management positions. They knew